Smitty tipped $25. Hey bro. Cite the stock, see it in mobile, have to watch on the replay. Thanks for everything, have a great stream.
Thanks Smitty, man. And also, thanks Smitty again. Thanks for the 50 in 10 minutes. You tipped before the stream started. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll look at bf.b and SYTA. Thank you, man.
Bruh. Can devs do something?
Hey, Traders. Good to see you all on this not so turnaround Tuesday. It wasn't a Black Monday either, so maybe that's why or something. But regardless, at least Bitcoin kind of did outperform the index funds, but was very, very heavily correlated to it intraday. Really, a lot of the bad stuff started after hours, where Microsoft reported good earnings, but didn't matter. They're down like 5% after hours. We can look at that as terrible for index funds. When you have a market mover that dumps after hours 5% plus, it just doesn't loom well for the next trading day for the overall market. We'll see though, right? We'll check on a miracle. So Bitcoin sitting at $36,800 right now, up $116 on the day. And yeah, it could meander on up more, sure. Could always go back test 40,000, of course, could. But you know, after that engulfing candle on the 8 hour, it hasn't really done much of anything. And really, just what's going on, dude? I mean, like, you tested once yesterday, and you now tested like the identical price to like the cent again today, and that was it. I mean, it's just like, there's no edge, right? I mean, that's kind of why we're all here. We're looking for edges across markets for actionable longs or shorts, and you're just at a point where there is just nothing actionable for a long right now in the crypto space. If we're talking about using traditional technical analysis and swing trading, it's just not there yet. Sorry, let me get this coffee in me. I've been doing taxes and crap all day, and it's just not been the most fun, eventful day for me because of all the above the shoulder mustard S of that. So anyway, and all that seems to me on Bitcoin, whatever edge you could have, it seems like what's going to happen is hidden bearish divergence is like almost imminent or inevitable. I don't think you will be able to not make hidden bearish divergence on this MACD histogram a lower high than the previous high with higher levels on histogram. So to me, and then that is what can usher in oversold conditions again for the second time, not the first time, that eventually you get the divergence that we oh so covet as market participants looking for actionable longs, or at least not longing, but potential reversals, more major or more significant reversals. You're gonna be looking for something like this if you care about Bitcoin reversing massively. You don't have that yet. And in fact, the only thing going on is something that is potentially bearish. I get it though. Everyone wants to know where Bitcoin's going next, and it is in an area where wild swings occur. It's normally straight up, straight down. You didn't go straight down, maybe because you got so nuclear on the RSI and oversold territory, and you bounced with the index funds. But as it looks like tomorrow, it doesn't seem, I mean, just Microsoft and the way the markets, remember we were talking about yesterday, just less than 24 hours ago, the S&P 500, the index funds, right? What did we need to see? We needed to see some follow through price action after these nice Japanese candlesticks. What happened? There was no nice follow through price action on these index funds. You get what I'm saying? Bad case scenario. That's not what you want to see. Therefore, to me, it doesn't seem like you have confirmed reversals going on the index funds. Meaning what? There could be way more downside. Yep. Sucks. And I just don't see how that bodes well for anything in crypto, including Bitcoin. The index funds like looking like that, okay? So just, and we're going to take a look at them, all right? Of course, we are. Take a look at things across the markets, because that's what we're doing. We do have new merch. A new mug came out. Someone, people have been requesting new merch and stuff for a while, but yeah, if you're like a patron or whatever, you're part of the Citadel. That's what it's called. And the logo looks stretched. That doesn't really look stretched to me at all. That is a perfect circle, dude. Just like the other ones. I think it's supposed to look like that because it's an actual, like, it's wrapped around. It's not going to look like perfectly flat. It's a vector file, dude. I mean, it is a high quality image and it is a circle. So, I mean, just like we did the other mugs, should turn out the same.
MSFT is now green after hours. A huge 6% 15 minutes candle came in right after you went live.
Okay, I guess Jerome Powell's on things. All right, we'll look at Microsoft for sure. Just that's a good reminder. Unreal, dude. Just the world's over, dude. It's bad days, and then oh yeah, after hours is real bad, and then now maybe not. Maybe it's just back to neutral. So it still puts you on even footing with bears. It doesn't mean like, oh, tomorrow's gonna be the big reversal day just because that happened, just because it's back to even. It was still a bad day, not a good day. All right, so you can clearly see the downtrend on Bitcoin. You've hit the heart line a couple times, and you're just hanging out. You engulfed on the 8 hour. But I'm gonna show you what I looked at and I saw, and it's like meh. It was identified yesterday. There's the engulfing, right? Nice bullish, very nice bullish engulfing candle on decent volume, and the positive momentum's building, and it could continue to build. But you think it is almost imminent here too. No matter where you go, you could go to 40K. I'm telling you, go to 40K and back test it as resistance, because you never have, right? You haven't back tested this level as a resistance for real since June, right? And then you did it again in May. So that could always be back tested. You keep rallying, you maybe get overbought even on the 4 hour or something, but the 8 hour will also show hidden bearish divergence eventually, no matter where you go. Assuming you don't break 43.268, then after you break that, some serious developments are occurring in crypto without a confirmation. What? You think like no matter what's going to happen, whether it reverses soon or it goes up a little bit further to test that supply line again, you get something like this. Or this, a little bit lower, maybe even gets down to like 31K, 30K, but one low, then the second low, right? Preferably at the same low or a higher low, because normally what will happen is if you get like a lower low, it's just not a strong form of confirmation the bottom's in. So what will happen oftentimes is you rally again and then you sell off, and then all of a sudden the inverse head and shoulder arguments start coming in, descending broadening wedges with partial declines, all that stuff. So Still just not at like crazy nice actionable areas. Just even though you have lost 88% of your value from that June low, right? The lowest of the correction from the China hash rate crash. So a lot up and down potential. Anyway, we go to the daily real quick. Just here to say hi and talk to y'all for a minute. There's no discernible edge on the histogram or the RSI, right? Bearish convergence. Almost like stagnation and negative momentum. And then your RSI is still just up. As of recent, you're now barely just not oversold. You could rally to 40, you know, in that RSI, reset those oscillators on the daily because they got nuclear. I mean, 20 on the RSI on the dailies doesn't happen often. In crypto, it had not happened since the COVID crash. So you get that crazy. There's just, you can't be surprised if a reaction occurs at an 88% retrace, you know, after another just massive dump. So cool. Let's go to Ethereum. About the same kind of day as Bitcoin, not outperforming, underperforming, anything like that. Still, from its same respective June low to its all-time high, didn't quite get to that 88% retrace, which makes the most logical sense. Right, 886 confluent with the horizontal line from February of last year, right? You know, the valley from April. So you didn't quite get there, and of course, right, there might be an edge developing actually on Ethereum's daily. It's like unbelievable, right? Let's say Bitcoins are, you know, Ethereum's just pivoting here, then yeah, bullish divergence develops. Still really early, and even still, don't you want forms of confirmation? We always talk about once you just dump and then like 3 or 4 days later you're looking for, it's just not, it just takes time. It takes lots of time for stuff to develop, edges to develop for actionable longs. I mean, I think maybe on the 4 hour a lot of these are showing these local lows. And I love this channel. This is like one of the prettiest channels in this whole crypto space, and it's downtrending. It sucks, right? We'd rather it look like this. But then that means, right, if you're looking at it like this, that means you are in an uptrend and you are overbought, right? Just like if you are in a downtrend and you're using these parallel channel tool, that's what it's called, right? Parallel channel tool. When you're in downtrends, uptrends, when you are in a downtrend and you are at the bottom trend line of the downtrend, that means you are in oversold conditions, oversold territory of the trend itself, right? You would be in overbought conditions on Ethereum in a downtrend if you're at 3,200, 3,150, wherever you are up here, if you test that again, right? So oversold, certainly. And I'd say like market participants recaptured prices back in this channel, right? You'd fallen out early this morning, late last night, whatever, and you've rallied, and now you're still in it, and that means there could be a lot of upside if you're gonna respect this channel. Just the same, you could rally a little bit. Hidden bearish divergence is gonna develop, man, no matter what. Now look at the MACD histogram. You're gonna rally maybe a lot more, maybe a couple $100, few $100 more, and make a lower high, hit that heart line maybe, then sell it again, and eventually maybe see $2,000 because that makes the most sense. And maybe see the channel again, right? I mean, you see something like this. Right? Could double bottom, and then you get massive bullish divergence in the RSI being oversold. It'd be amazing. Hey, Brad Fisher, you're literally the first person that bought this mug, dude. Wow. Times are tough. Yeah, thanks again. I wish I was a tank for developing the Citadel logo. I think it's cool, man. I didn't think any changes. Well, I think we had talked about it before. Put some Japanese candlesticks there, but the trees themselves are different harmonics. And that was, I think, my idea or someone's idea when it was initially created. Whatever, it's cool. So, you know, we just have to spitball when there's no edge, no real discernible edge. You got to spitball about how would we develop an edge. Rally some more, sell off again, second low. Yep, so let's go to total real quick, you know, get the sound clip going for everyone.
I like turtles.
All right, you can all leave now because you got your fix of Totals guide. So, I mean, again, his name's Jonathan, by the way. With this, you are at the top end of a range, right? A range between 1.3 trillion, 1.78 trillion. and you can go test that. I mean, that would not be weird at all. Think about, oh yeah, Bitcoin just kind of holds here and keeps rallying a little bit more. All right, Ethereum, altcoins, all of them, maybe even you get up to like 1.78. Wow. Reset the oscillator, right? That's oversold. And then the hidden bearish divergence on the 4-hour on all these assets plays out. Then you get maybe a type 2 return or something. You get a second low. You get a confirmation low with an edge. You don't have anything, man. You just don't have anything right now. God, I hate it. Because it's just like people are going to be mad. They're going to be... You shouldn't be mad. You shouldn't have emotions. But I understand where people will be getting frustrated. Because we were in a market for almost 2 years of unending prosperity. Longs. Long trade setups. Plentiful. Plenty of liquidity to push the prices up to those targets. Everything was good. Now we're on the other side of the fence where it's really, really uncertain with rate hikes looming, tapering looming, recession looming. All that's going on. Markets extremely over, S&P index funds extremely overheated. Crypto hit 69K just a couple months ago, right? So yeah, just not the same market conditions we've been seeing the past almost 2 years. Say like, 22 months, 21 months, whatever, give or take. So that's your total. Let's go to the next crypto, the next largest crypto, which is BNB, which is at actually very interesting levels. Here's your BNB, right? The identified bullish bat on the 4-hour confirmation low. I mean, yeah, definitely. Like one bottom, no one knows. Second bottom, market participants know. So you just can't be surprised on the 4-hour on BNB where Bitcoin's kind of whacked out. It could be a low, a second low, but this is undeniable. You are at an inflection point, unlike Bitcoin, unlike Ethereum. You're at an inflection point. Type 1 return, possibly type 2 return, at least on the 4-hour. These local 4-hour structures aren't visible on the daily, so this could manifest into a rally that could take you to higher prices. Sure. Could take you, I would think maybe 429 would be your target here if this held, but it's all dependent on Bitcoin. And yeah, hidden bearish divergence is gonna happen no matter what. Look how far you are below your 200 moving average. Just resistance, resistance, resistance. You'll rally, get closer to that before dumping again, and then maybe you'll get a daily type 2. But yeah, I mean, it looks good. It's up 3%, 3.4%.
Link/BTC, please. We broke the downtrend on 2nd January. Can we pass this retest?
What's up, Craig, dude? Yeah, we'll look at it. Thanks. We'll look at it. No one ever tells me the stupid ticker is like broken. God, so annoying. Okay, so don't be surprised if BNB catches some more rallying, because like one time they tried, it rallied, it sold off again, they tried again and it failed, and you're rallying once more, but it's just going to follow Bitcoin. Bitcoin's looking okay, kind of still, for maybe a little more upside for a test of 40K. There's just no support resistance where we are, right? You see what I'm saying, chat? There is no support or resistance really between 40K and 30K. So like if you do stall out in the middle of this range somewhere because of the index funds or something, right? Oversold, you can run straight back up to 40K. Because there's just been no peaks and valleys created really between 30K and 40K the time we've been there. So what does that mean? Yeah, relief rally ensues, buyer induction, and another lower high gets put in, and a successful back test of what was once support resistance at 40K is resistance again. Market participants have no idea right now. So yeah, anyway, BNB actually is interesting, where Ethereum, Bitcoin, not as interesting because of levels, right? We're looking for things to develop at certain inflection points on charts. And if you're presenting potential reversals not at inflection points, your argument is just not as strong. Whereas BNB has that argument. Okay, let's go to Cardano now. That M shape's still there, dude. The 886, it's beyond the 100%. It's like it made 100% retrace. So just to me, I don't know, like if it holds here, great. It's not catching many bids down here, chat. It is not at all. Like where potential reversals have occurred a lot last year, you're really desperately trying to hang on, but you aren't even making you're doing worse than Bitcoin. Like at least on the 4-hour, Bitcoin's trying to make a higher high than its January 23rd's high, This is substantially below it. I have no idea. It's not good, man. It's performing terribly at a level it should bounce violently. It did bounce violently on January 10th. It did. Only to rally to confirm the top from December 28th was confirmed, was real, a double top, and then you crash, and now you're right back at the same level, and you're catching almost no bids. You're not supposed to be given this much time to take a long opportunity, right? You didn't have any time once March 25th. What a rally all the way up to 150. You sold off again a couple times, and it held. Oh my God, you didn't have that much time. April 25th, straight up. I mean, good God, I can't even tell you how many times it went straight up, straight down. So, hey, maybe it could be at an actionable area for a long, but it's performing miserably. So if while Bitcoin's like actually up some in the past day and a half, and Cardano's down 2.25%, I would be very cautious. I don't know how I feel about an asset doing this at these critical levels. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm just not really that intrigued with it. And if it breaks $1, I mean, there's really like nothing to like 38 cents. You could say a scam wick is at like 68 cents or 80 cents, but that's it, man. 40 cents. Just be careful. Know where we at. We are at levels where if you break it, you are dead. You're dead. 60% drawdown. Looming. If this doesn't hold. Okay, Cardano. And then SOL, one we knew was screwed for a while. It did, man. Like we knew, like we smelled a rat for a full reset. I think it's in the midst of developing that full reset still, which is going to take you down to like $48 to $56, where there's actually support available. There's like nothing here, dude. I mean, okay, yeah, you actually did. You caught some bids off the August 21st, 2021 peak. You did. There's no edge. All that's going to happen once it inevitably makes a lower high than its previous high, it's going to be hidden bearish divergence, and it's going to continue downward. And I just don't think it is prudent to be longing at all on Sol. Good God, you got to wait, man. Just like we were saying, you want to wait. You want to wait up here because of this massive M shape. Hey, XO3, what's up, dude? You bought the stainless tumbler. That's the other option. Yeah, so now you can quench your thirst from atop the Citadel, man. Thank you, dude. You're the first real human being besides Brad, who's a robot. Robocop bot. Thanks, dude, for being like, not like an admin. First person. So it's a sit and wait situation. It's a no action to take at all on this asset because you'll probably get a way better sale at some point. An 88% sale. Okay, those are your big cryptos. All right, let's go to the S&P 500. That was massively underwhelming and disappointing. If you wanted yesterday to be that massive reversal. Right, you wanted to close higher than your candle closed today off the bullish engulfing candle. It's not invalid though. The 4-hour engulfing candle is not invalid until you get a 4-hour candle close below its open. All right, so that 4-hour engulfing is still alive. You're still above critical support. So okay, all right, you got that going for you, which is nice. But to close where you closed is not at all impressive. The daily, right? The daily close. Well, it's still below that 200-day simple moving average. You've not spent very often below this 200-day moving average in bull markets. You need to get back above that. And again, like that hammer, is it even really valid right now? I guess it's going to depend on tomorrow. When Jerome Powell opens his mouth, you better pray he says something that the markets agree with or like, because it could be a lot further to fall if this 42.36 doesn't hold, which it did hold, but today wasn't good. Really, there is no follow through. No one took that as an opportunity to massively buy. We're talking about institutions that can actually move this market. None of them took that as an opportunity. So that's bad. That's not what we wanted. We needed follow through. Here's your Dow Jones. It's the Dow Jones. A little bit better candle. A little bit better candle. Still keeping that hammer hopium alive. And the bullish convergence. I love the oversold conditions for a second time on the same low, but it's actually a slightly higher low. I dig that. I'm okay with that. I like the fact that it's still somehow, for now, until something changes, when everything rolls over, because things have changed, right? Things are not bullish anymore. Until that changes, I like the fact that it's above the demand line of this ascending broadening wedge, that it did hit its measured move intraday, which is whack. But still below that 200-day moving average. And you are very far off your previous discernible swing highs. And there are oftentimes dead cat bounces. There are oftentimes, when trends reverse, very volatile conditions where you do get very, very large markups. But the one thing that everyone here needs to pay attention to when we do get this, which it may not be tomorrow or the next week or whatever, because we keep selling, but eventually these index funds are going to bounce. And we're going to be paying attention very closely to what happens on those bounces, because if it makes a lower high than the previous high and begins to roll over again, that's when we know we are screwed. We are screwed, because you're probably then going for a lower low. And then eventually you'll rally, you'll make a lower high, then a lower low. And then the trend has reversed. Right? This is the stuff we're going to be paying attention to. That's why you're watching the stream, because I'm going to be here every day monitoring all this stuff. Because, you know, hey, we spend a lot of time in crypto, and when it's important, we spend lots of time in stocks, right? Like the COVID crash, we're here every day for the circuit breakers in the morning, first thing. We're just talking about, like, going back to just like 2015, right? I mean, you ended up getting lower highs, distribution going on, right? It was all higher highs, higher high. Look at this V shape. We might get that, but that is just doesn't seem very probable right now. And, you know, the highs, the higher highs, the sell-off, the same lows, the higher highs, the higher lows, the rally, the slightly higher high. But then all of a sudden, they sell off, then a lower high, then a lower low. Whoa, 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 what's going on here? Then a lower high, again, for a third time. 3 falling peaks before a massive meltdown rally. And then no one knew the bottom was in here, chat, right? You don't know on the first time, but the second time, and even on the second time, there was a local double bottom. Right, so that's okay, cool. Then you can go back further to, like, I mean, there was another low high right there, but right here, I mean, this is another great example of, like, look at the Dow Jones, okay? It made the high, then the slightly higher high, the all-time high, October 2007. Then you sold off, then you rallied, made a lower high, then you dumped. All right, we're going to be looking for stuff like this. We're going to be looking for consecutive lower highs. Because what's going to happen, right? It's going to be confirmation that there are less market participants owning the asset than they did before more markdowns. Then your attempted rally again, lower highs, testing that 200 moving average as resistance twice on the 4-hour, and daily is visible. 4 more markdowns, rolling over. That's what we'll be looking for. Thank you. Who's that? Vincent L. Thank you, man. He says, that's a good looking mug. Thanks, man. He got purple. Cheers, dude. That purple looks pretty tight. The lower highs. All right. Sorry. Didn't mean to get off track here. You made the high. You made the higher high, just like in 2007. So now what's going to happen? You make a rally. We're going to be looking for that lower high or higher or V-shape. Hey, give me the V-shape, dude. I'll take it all day for the retirement accounts for everyone in the world. I want everyone to make money, but, you know, that's not the way it works. So moving on. NASDAQ Composite. Much worse, right? Like the amount of miracles that will be needed for the NASDAQ to recapture its previous highs soon versus the Dow Jones is much higher, right? More miracles needed. Until you get above 14,176, I think you're screwed. I mean, like, it's cool that you're above 13K for now, so swing lows, but look how real this level is. And there was zero follow through on that potential hammer, big green buying candle. Nothing. There's no edge. Are sellers exhausted? No, you're just oversold. The most oversold you've been since 2019. No, I'm sorry, December of 2018. Yeah, you are now officially on the NASDAQ as of today, lower on the relative strength index than you were at the lowest point of the COVID crash. Wow. So there is far too much work to be done here. The drawdown has been way more profound than the Dow Jones. So that means it's going to take way more legwork, price action, buyers to get this price to recapture previous highs, where it's already, right, put in lower highs than the previous high. Whereas the Dow Jones, its most recent high was its all-time high. You see what I'm saying? How much worse the NASDAQ is than the Dow Jones, the S&P too? Yeah. We can hone in on the QQQ, which is the NASDAQ 100, which is tech. It's a big driver of, or I mean, it's like the market drivers reside here in this index, right? Like, you know, talking like Amazon, Facebook, Google, Apple, right? Even some Tesla, weighted aggregate of this index fund, or this trust, the QQQ. Yeah, it was wild, man. Microsoft was down, reported it was down 5% plus, and now, yeah, like as P09 said, it looks like it's rallied, and you're now up after hours. I guess that we would attest that to Microsoft rallying to 6%. It was 6% down or 5% down. Now it's up 1%, right? It swung 6%. Still though, Qs need to desperately get back above this 352 level. That's the big one. I mean, you got to do that. Otherwise, I mean, I get it. There's still support here. Like people, I think a lot of people are omitting the peaks we saw. That's how it held. That's why it didn't just collapse. I mean, but the thing is, if you don't hold 338, you're going to 316 then $300 very fast. Okay, nuclear on the RSI, lowest level of relative strength you've seen since October of 2018. Way lower than you saw at the nadir, the lowest levels of the COVID crash. That's wild. But look how high you are on price compared to then too, so get it. Can we get some decibel checks? Music sounds maybe too loud. Am I crazy here? Chat. Russell 2000, you can imagine, right? The dumpster fire of all dumpster fires didn't perform like, I mean, you know, it's just as meh as all the others, and the divergence argument is actually real here, just kind of like the Dow Jones. You keep this up, then you will probably go back test 2070, 2085. Yep. Should be a little bit better now, a little bit more quiet. Should be like a 7 now than bears, or 6, right? So anytime like you mark down once, consolidate, you rally, confirm a top, then you dump again, and then you start showing divergence, you could catch a reaction, right? Yeah, you could reverse, but the reversal will probably just manifest into a substantially lower high than 2275, and then and after you make that lower high, you'll begin to round out, and then you'll draw down again, and you could double bottom here, but chances are, based on the way it looks, there's just very little. So there is no support, zero support until like 1740. 1710 to 1740, the two peaks back from 2020 and 2018. That's it. It's a straight line up. It could be a straight line down again, and it wouldn't be that weird. Like once you broke those levels, you never even back tested them. Market participants don't even know if 1743 would be a support, so they might push the price down to see that. So yeah, divergence means there could be a rally looming. Probably not if the S&P and NASDAQ completely roll over, but there is some hopium to smoke on. I don't know. I don't think there's any action, because just because you get divergence in the middle of nowhere on the daily after a technical breakdown doesn't mean, oh, it's bullish, right? There's so much work that has to be done for this trend to start looking bullish again, in my opinion. I mean, the first step, get above 2085 and back test stat support. That's step one. But dude, you gotta go way higher than that and recapture your previous discernible highs. That's how trends work. Okay, so cool stuff with 13 minutes left on Bitcoin, where it's getting near that $37,000 area again. Nice. But again, everything, even if it goes up a couple thousand more points, it's still no argument for bull trend. There are a certain set of steps that have to occur on Bitcoin for us to be like, oh, we're now bullish again, chat. We have a bullish trend going on. It will take a lot, too much, and too much time. All right, there are your index funds. Let's look at gold real quick. Hey, gold, bullish? Yeah, because it is bullish. Like, there's no argument about the classic accumulation that has been in development really since April of last year. The target on gold is $2,000+. That's it. There's no argument to make. I mean, or there's no more to talk about. It's like I'm here every day, and gold is methodically respecting the TA, but it's the daily, so it could take a month or two, but eventually $2,000. Gold, $2,000. This pattern, undeniable. Book it. High probability. Nothing certain, but high probability. Insanely high probability. Market participants do not simply bottom out, and on the second bottom, over the period of 155 days, classically accumulate and backtest levels that were once support as support again twice, and it not go to $2,000 probably, right? So I'm just saying, dude, where's the opportunity? It's been here. It's literally been here, dude. Same with silver. Same with platinum. Same with a lot of commodities. Gold, moon soon. Silver, it's fine, dude. Just relax. It could end up making a third valley, and then, good God. Give me another valley, man. Give me a third valley. Just make my freaking year by giving me one more discernible higher low. A 3 rising valleys occurring down here would be almost priceless, dude. All right. There is no bearish divergence at all in the daily. All there is bullish convergence. You got to about 70 and you pull back and you're still right. I mean, you're 59, 60. Everything's good, man. I know eventually you're going to break this 200-day simple moving average. It's going to be hilarious. All right. So silver, gold, wonderful looking assets. And we will just, you know, maybe we'll start throwing this into the basket. Maybe we have to, right? Here is your platinum, the drag. It's the insane weekly bullish drag, and once it breaks this 1053, it's gonna be gone, man. This is so strong of an argument. Look how on the 200-week moving average, one time we don't know, 2 times you do know. The second time sellers are exhausted, and you held. And it just so happens, if you didn't know, on the weekly, the low from September 20th and December 13th are slightly higher lows than the low you saw in November of 2020. So there is accumulation still going on platinum, very subtly, very quietly. That's why you're here. So we were able to identify this and think about it. I mean, good God. I mean, just do we have to add to, here's a discernible swing low on the weekly and daily. Here's a freaking bat pattern. Do we need even more of an argument? Not really, but we'll just go ahead and do it. We'll just go ahead and have a type 2 return at the pattern completion zone of a massive bullish bat. Been in development, mother of God, for 448 days. Platinum moon soon, 1337 in time. Might take a couple months. Commodities are a beast. It was in a downtrend for years, for almost a decade. Things have changed. The COVID crash ushered in a reversal. That COVID crash right there. Now there are no more lower lows, lower highs. Now there are only higher highs, higher lows. What do you think's coming next? Higher highs. Commodities, man. Kings. All right. It's funny, though. It really is funny how wheat futures continue off its own little breakout. Remember the breakout? Supply line breakout, divergence, God, the back test. Yeah, you can pull back some, a little bit today, but it's at a resistance. Once you break that whole, it's almost like a right-angled descending broadening formation structure. Once you break that, you go into multi-year highs on wheat. Yeah, this uptrend that's been intact looks like it's getting ready again, man. And of course, we could 886 and bearish cipher shark develops and we reverse here. But man, the trend is your friend like insane. This bullish 5-0 was ungodly, right? It reversed it, you know, near the PCZ at it, and then went a 50% drawdown a couple times, and that was it. It reversed bullish 5-0. So anyway, commodities, and now that's it, man. That is. Oh wait, of course. How could I ever forget about U.S. freaking oil? The king, man, the freaking king. You want to talk about a bull flag on the 4-hour? Possibly. Like, good God, man. Are you kidding me? All you gotta do is look at your energy stocks today. They killed it. My God. Halliburton up 7%, one of the top gainers in the S&P. But it's many. It's like many OXY, Halliburton, MRO, FANG, which is Diamondback Energy, DVN, Schlumberger, Conoco, Philip. Dude, it's like, so like all the top gainers today were oil or energy stocks, right? And this is just down sloping consolidation after an impulse. Wow, that's pretty wild. And it actually already broke out, and you're actually showing hidden bullish divergence no matter what little mini swing low on the 4-hour you take. It's there, and look, the positive momentum's building again on the 4-hour. Man, it's good, man. It's real good. You go to the daily, and we know what just happened today. It wasn't an engulfing candle because it actually opened higher than yesterday's close. The daily is kind of like weird on the MACD histogram, where you've just had this extended amount of positive momentum, and normally when that happens, you know, there could be a pullback. And this is also like where, hey, we don't know if it's double topping or not, right? It always could. If it can't break $87, it could pull Bitcoin 64K, 69K, but it's holding on strong for now. Very, very strong right now. This is what happens. You break supply line, moon. So you break 87, 93, then 100. Wow. US oil, dude. Financials, I guess. Some financials, and then energy killed it today. Like, because you had like American Express was the top gainer on the S&P 500. What? Oh, wow. Alabama, Georgia basketball tip-off. Oof. In Athens. All right. So the first request was by Smitty. Only a few requests today. I get you. I understand maybe. Not really, though. This looks like almost big time short opportunity. Yeah. This is like where classic distribution going on. Yep. Right, triple top. You sold off. You made a lower low than the previous low. Now you're making lower highs than your previous high. Failing to break that 200-day moving average. To me, it looks like it's about to fall off a cliff. I get it. You're probably identifying like this, like, oh, but there's a demand line. There's a downsloping demand line that it's holding on to, and maybe confirming the bottom's in. But there's not really much of an edge. I don't like it. I don't like it, man. I look like it. To me, it's like it was actually in a trading range and broke the trading range on the 10th, and has been so weak that it has not been able to even retest the bottom of the range it was in since October 20th, really since September 2020. Lots of distribution going on, and there could be a lot more downside. Think about a full reset here. I think you already broke the B point, the bad action magnet move, where you go X as your COVID crash low, B, this low point from March 2021, then the lower high on C, and then the 886 is the deep retrace that could take you to 49.36. Would that really be crazy? It would just put it another higher low, and the uptrend could continue, but you do look like you're showing distribution here. I don't think anytime you have a massive markup like that, then you spend a good year and a half going sideways, and then towards the end of the range you're in, you start showing massive distribution. You start falling below 200-day simple moving average, right? And then you back test it as resistance. Then the 200-day simple moving average starts down sloping. Really, it was always go up sloping, man. You go in corrections, man. That's a down sloping moving average. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think there could be a lot more downside. Brown Foreman. What a run, though. I mean, good God. Owned this since the 2009, man. You're up a lot. But yeah, to me, it just looks not good. And if you ever get back above like 68.77 and regarded as support, we'll start talking about a real reversal. But that's like, until then, you have to be bearish. Bearish on BF.B until this happens. Okay? Until that happens, you have to be bearish, in my opinion. I don't think you can really be bullish. Too much distribution going on for too long. Gotta move on, dude. I'm sorry. Next one for Schmitty as well. Probably better looking chart. No, maybe not. No, never. Oh my God, how wrong. I saw like, oh, I don't know why I see MOBIL and I think like Exxon Mobil, but it's a different type of mobile. It's a metals minerals asset. 1.2 million volume. Wow, it made the cut, but it gapped down. There's no edge. All-time lows, like yesterday. Dude, it's up 3.8% though, dude. A nice little maybe morning star or something. Dude, there is no action to take on this asset. Like, there's no confirmation low. You're not at inflection points. You are in the deep depths of space. Bearish space. Yeah, gap fill maybe one day. No, nothing I could tell you about this would make me want to go long. I mean, there's not even seller exhaustion after this, man. All you're doing is just resetting the oscillator. I don't know how you could touch it. Like, what is it about this that is intriguing to you? Technically, doesn't mean it can't rally. You want to have fun with trying to figure that out. Man, it's such a scrub chart, man. So look at that. No matter, it doesn't matter if it breaks the supply line, it just keeps selling off, dude. It's just so bad. Hey, dude, I thought more people would be enthused about the new merch. Times are tough, man. All it did was, you know, fulfill the request of someone, people in the community. Let's look at link to Bitcoin, because that was the next formal request. The last one, too. Oh my God, dude, it's so bad. It's just like, what do you do, dude? Like, just can't. I mean, it had a nice rally, and then that's it. Look at the selling, the just indiscriminate dumpage since the 11th. 2 weeks now, just straight selling every day. Yeah, you think on the weekly it looked good, and then that's not supposed to happen after it confirms a bottom. That's not. You're not supposed to tweezer top reverse. No, like, when this happens, it should be time. You shouldn't go 3 weeks and dump right back down to that confirmation low with divergence. It shouldn't happen like that. Something's off. Something's not good, and this may not be valid. I mean, it's still valid, I guess, till you fall below, you know, January 4th low. But dude, maybe you get like a daily double bottom here too. But it is all about like the new data. The data was good, and now I'm just kind of not as enthusiastic about this after just the confirmation high lower than the previous high.
Spending tonight going out to eat money on your stream tonight because it's 15F out with 40F wind chill. Stock TMDX, please.
Thank you, Conrad, dude. Yeah, look at that. Minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit, the minus 40 degree wind chill. So that means it's almost a minus 40 degree Celsius wind chill too, right, Conrad? 44 degrees Celsius, Fahrenheit, same temperature. Thanks, dude. Oh, by the way, a new day has been born. Yeah, price action like that just doesn't make me feel as good. Let's see if it can hold above the levels that it painted December 13th. I don't have much hope. I mean, like, I don't expect anything. So I'm not like gonna be wasting my breath on it, but we can monitor it. I'll tell you what happened. Almost just like hidden bearish divergence on the weekly. It's playing out. Jesus, same high with higher levels, slightly higher levels, positive Momo, higher levels, relative strength. Yikes, man. The bearish indicators are like playing out. That's not good. Aren't we in like bullish conditions where bearish indicators are not as reliable and they underperform and then they fail a lot. That's not happening anymore. Bitcoin just kind of put it a 4-hour hanging man. Yikes. Yeah, so Bitcoin Weekly, 5 days till this closes. Kind of for now until something changes, nothing burger. Like this is just another scrub loser indecision candle. Wow. No massive buying, just kind of hanging out. Did make its lowest lows since July of 2021 though this week, you know, a couple days ago. Before rallying with the index funds. You better pray those index funds, Jerome Powell says something tomorrow. Yeah, just 2 days in a row of failing to break back above 37.6. 37.6 is, look, if it's a swing low created like one time August 5th of last year, you now just spent 48 hours testing it and failing to break it. That is what has happened. Right? I mean, there's no other thing you could talk about. That's all. Failing to break old support from August as when you're regarding as resistance, and there's no edge. You just reset your oscillators, right? You were extremely oversold, right? Most oversold you've been since the COVID crash, and you've reset the oscillators, right? You're back above 30. That is, now you're just in the bearish control zone, not oversold anymore. And what happens when you, in bear trends, when you get oversold, it can go a little higher. You can even go to 50. But chances are you're going to reset those oscillators just so you can get oversold again on lower prices. Chat, don't kill the messenger, but if you're enjoying the live stream, the coverage of all this stuff, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks for being here. So I drink my Irwin coffee out of my newer mug that I do love. It's awesome. The downtrend. So I guess we'll just we'll look at Ethereum, top of the hour, look on the 8s. It's nothing really good on the daily. Maybe divergence argument on the MACD histogram, unlike Bitcoin. And my issue is just it's not at any kind of strategic inflection level. So if it's not at a support, holding it really, I just don't feel that comfortable. I just don't. Right? There's a formula you abide by. It is the same thing over and over and over again. It seldom changes. And at this current time, where the price is after what it's done, just nothing implies reversal coming yet. That could change, just not yet. And I mean, I do get how there could be a little more upside on Bitcoin, Ethereum, but it is I think you are in coin flip territory of more upside. You will flip a coin, Bitcoin actually goes up more. You flip the coin, it already starts rolling over again. And that's cool though, because then Bitcoin sells off and goes to like 32.9, 33K again, and we get a tight, like a double bottom. You get like two lows, one low and then the confirmation low maybe. So yeah, Ethereum's just underperforming Bitcoin right now. Yikes. So what is this TMDX request? Which is a Transmedics group. Yikes. Big yikes. Well, despite where it is on the chart, if you think some sort of 886, the problem is the 886 is really weak because there's no like formal support like anywhere until you get to 1288. Gotta love the double top, lower high. God, man, that's what a lot of altcoins are doing, right? Same thing. But the problem is they're like closer to these levels. It's like Monero. Like think about 1, 2, 3, and let me just go to Monero's chart real quick, and you'd be like, "Dang, dude, uncanny." Right? You see the 1, 2, 3, right? Monero's actually a little worse because it's like clearly lower high. It's not a double top. It's like distribution dump. Add supports, and if you don't, dude, all these altcoins are just kind of hanging on by a thread now because a lot are at these critical supports. You see this and you see the other one. That doesn't make you bullish. You can't be bullish when 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 peaks and then dumpage. 3 peaks, dumpage. Transmedics group. Big yikes. It's already kind of, it's played out though, for sure. Has played out all the way, you know, and yeah, it's a shark, man. It's some sort of shark. Yeah, I wouldn't even paint the harmonic here. You could just go from that October 20th or October of 2020 low, and you fell below the 886 even. Terrible. So many issues. You just collapsed what should have been potential support maybe from April and August of 2020. You just collapsed. You just capitulated through it. Nope, not even going to test it. And so, like, I don't even know why you could. I get it. Maybe deep value areas and 4 hour is bullish divergence. It's already beginning to play out a little bit, but who cares about in these drawdowns? What's the daily look like? The daily MACD looks pretty good. The RSI isn't. The RSI hit the lowest levels it's seen since before the COVID crash. Lowest levels of RSI it's seen since October of 2019, which was the mini COVID crash, if you remember. So to me, even if it's diverging, it's just maybe found a bottom with a bullish engulfing candle yesterday. So it maybe is going to react here and catch some bids, but certainly that downtrend continues. You could rally for like a month and then sell off. You could go back test 1887 as resistance to 1962 right there. Look, it was like a support. It started May 2019. Look, another support. August 2019. Lots of resistance here. So you say this divergence plays out on TMDX. I would say your maximum upside would be to go test that level, just so market participants could confirm what was once a resistance in history is real resistance again, because it was so bad that it just dumped straight through it. So then something like this happens, and you just be waiting for, right, a second low or something. I mean, I think that's what would happen if this divergence played out on the daily. Okay, great though. Cool. Goodness. That was the last request, dude. We've been live about an hour, like 1 hour and 6 minutes or something. So hit that like button, that bullet sub. New merchandise is out. Check it out. This is what it looks like. It's pinned in the Discord, or I'm sorry, it's pinned in the chat above, right here. All right, Citadel. That's the Citadel mug. You know, the harmonics is trees, the Japanese candlesticks. That is where we reside up there in that top tower. If you're a patron, we're in the Citadel in the Discord. The premium Discord chat's called Citadel. Really cool logo, and then on the other side is just my newer logo. This is the first logo.
This is the company that transports kidneys, hearts, and lungs in machines instead of ice buckets. Thanks for the recap.
Thanks, Conrad, dude. Well, yeah, their chart's terrible, but I'm glad they're doing good things for people. First piece of merch with the new Japanese candles in it, so that's also cool. Whatever. The old merch was just getting, you know, whatever, kind of old, you know, not lame, but just, nah. I don't know. I think there are multiple ways. I mean, like trading, range-bound trading, you can scalp or you could swing trades. I would never want to scalp a range. Like, it's just, to me, if there are thousands of assets out there to trade, you can find an asset at the bottom of a trading range that is showing a confirmation low with bullish divergence on multiple time scales on multiple oscillators. So if you're a scalper, yeah, you're just looking for, hey, imagine being a scalper, chat. Imagine being a scalper on TMDX at $18.87, $19, right? With no confirmation, with nothing. Oh, look, even here, the scalper's dream. All right, we're at support. We just almost bullish engulfed, dude. Bullish engulfing candle. All right, time to long. We're scalping, and devastated within 2 days. It's rough. I mean, it's just, Confirmation's good, man. Confirmation's good. M shapes themselves can be the confirmation, right? Kind of like big M right here. It's not a formal harmonic, but an 886. One low, then the second low maybe with the M shape. And just saying, even though that's still kind of not what we want, like a second low here at the PCZ of an M shape. Yeah, I drink coffee big time every day. I would say I'm probably physically addicted to coffee, yes. But I don't know though. When I was sick, like I didn't drink coffee for like a week and didn't really feel any adverse effects, but maybe it was just because I was sick, you know. So I'm on the Irwin coffee diet, because that's like all I drink is Irwin coffee. Currently drinking a Bali and Monsoon Malabar, Indian Monsoon Malabar, little mix right now. I had a little bit of that left and I poured in the rest, the Bali, to mix it, so it's really good. XAU to BTC, why not, man? Stream's kind of like done and there are no more requests, so.
I am a 1 second
anyone surprised?
Legend thing.
I remember when we were like, you know, mid-December and I identified this XAU to BTC potential double bottom and someone was like, that's just your own bias, me identifying this. That's my own bias. It's like, no, it's actually the entire world's bias of a confirmation low at a critical level, right? Massive divergence on the weekly, and it's, look, it's rallying. I mean, soon we'll be at the neckline of the potential double bottom, and soon after that, we'll probably break and be a confirmed double bottom, and gold will go to $2,000, $2,050, while Bitcoin barely does anything, and this chart will probably hit a measure move, and could find its way all the way up to a gap fill around 10.166 cents or whatever this is, 0.10166. Yeah, dude. This is all playing out the way it played out in 2019, early 2019 for Ethereum. Ethereum showed the exact same thing on the weekly. What's up, Eric, dude? Lag, bullish bat on the daily. Lag, is that the ticker? Or I'm confused here. I'm gonna look up LAG and see what happens. All right. I don't think that's it, dude. Eric, what are you talking about, dude? IAG, which is gold, like a gold miner, right? Yep, IAG. I am Gold Corporation. Yep. Drawing down. Yep. We'll see. What's up, Free Like Summer, dude? Thanks, dude. We are gonna make it. We're gonna make it, man. So I am gold in a slump, man. It's been correcting, you know, since it peaked out August 2020. I'm sure we could probably plot like a channel or something like that. Oh, that false breakout, dude. What a joke. That's a pretty perfect channel, though. Oh, we adjust now. Adjust for the scrub fake out. Oh, yeah. If you adjust new data, you get better touches. And you're at the heart line right now. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was looking at it way back September. Like, oh, is it a big inverse head and shoulder? Oh, it's holding this. It did hold this support pretty well, but it looks like it's going back for it. It looks like you're going to go be testing that level again. Right here. After failing to break the other critical inflection point that goes all the way back 2014, 2015, my God, a couple times 2016, 2017, so many times, 316, 340 has been support or resistance, and does look like you are working on some sort of bullish bat pattern, like you just said, bullish bat. That means you still have a little bit further to fall, right? Now, this is more like a Gartley, dude. I mean, it's a Gartley like and its pattern completion zone, sure, because it's 618 on B and a lower high on C. But remember, you're down. If you're downtrending, it would probably make more strategic sense to see an 886 because of that level, right? May of 2019. It happens to be like literally confluent. Actually, it goes back further. Wow, dude, it's really like, that's what it is. Dang, dude, you see that like 222, that 2008 low where it V-shaped like the Jesus, dude? That's the craziest V-shape of all time, maybe. That's really the area that you're trying to... all right, that's your cutoff. You might be at a PCZ of Garley. Is it actionable? I don't even know there's a type 2. But like, you can see the 886 and it might be the best, the lowest risk of all time areas on this chart to go long. Like, you know, I'm just saying, right there, it's the zone of inflection because it goes back historically to 2007 or 8 or whatever, right? So that could be the ticket. I don't see an edge on the daily RSI at all. The MACD could be trying to diverge some, but you are in the downtrend, lower highs, lower lows. We'll see if we can make a higher low. We'll see if we can react, deep retrace, higher low, back test an old support as support again for real, and see what happens, okay? Who cares about IAG when you got GLD, dude? Forget it, you know? What is this? What are we talking about? Oh, it ended. So yeah, unfortunately, man, just with Bitcoin and crypto, it's just not a good time to be longing anything. Like, I'm talking like 99% of the market is just not strategic entry levels. We have no idea. I mean, we know that we're in a midterm downtrend, and that is fully intact, and everything bearish that's been identified on the way down has been reliable and has outperformed for like a couple months now, like at least 6 weeks. Right, because we had to figure it out at first, but all those consecutive lower highs, all that distribution happening near supports, what happened? Just like we thought, like, or just the way it seemed like it was gonna play out. I didn't call it. I just identified the classic distribution at supports after already testing those levels once or twice before. That's bearish behavior. It's bearish price action. It could be another massive markdown, and we got it. And now it's like there's no edge in the middle of nowhere, man. You are in the, you know, in between Vegas and Los Angeles right now, like, which is 30 and 40K. And hidden bearish divergence. Anytime Bitcoin starts selling off a little bit here in the next 12 hours, 16 hours, 18 hours, whatever, hidden bearish divergence argument is going to be developing. And if we're in a downtrend and hidden bearish divergence develops, what do you think is going to happen? That hidden bearish divergence is going to be reliable and might outperform. So just take heed of that going on right now, right? Hopefully, at least when watching the stream, you've at least protected yourself, protected yourself in December, protected yourself in January, early January, and you protected yourself in later January, right? With these structures at supports, they're bearish rejection. Hopefully you were able to times to make money, and then there are times not to lose money. So hopefully you've been able to not lose money for a little while because of the trend, you know, and the no buying, no bids, no real bids. Okay. So these streams are just gonna be like kind of short and sweet like this, you know, because the sentiment dies, the viewership dries up, less requests, less opportunity, unfortunately, and that's just the way it goes. We are beholden, or this community, or me, is beholden to Bitcoin, like the Nazgul to Sauron. It happens, man. But at least the One Ring, which is Bitcoin, wasn't created by Sauron. It was created by Satoshi Nakamoto. It was more like a good Valinor or whatever. So it's just me now. I guess I'll just maybe wrap it up. I'm trying to stick around, see if anyone says anything meaningful or whatever. Okay. I guess we're good. So you are informed. What's up, Esteban? Dude, you're supposed to buy the mug today, man. Thank you, dude. Oh, wow, the other widget fixed. Let's go. Yes, it's fixed. Thank you, dude, for the merch perch. Thank you, dude. All right. I'll leave y'all to it. Be good. Please protect your capital during these uncertain times on all markets except commodities, where the commodities market are way more certain as uptrends. Platinum, gold, silver, looking great. Technically, that's all I can tell you. And then orange juice futures, unreal too. Like stupid good. It's too much class accumulation on orange juice futures. So, thanks for likes, love, support, contributions, and merch purchase today. So I'll be back. Until next time, respect the TA.